Steven, good blue and white scrimmage. You got a nice crowd here. Well, what was your impression so far?
Well, first of all, you see a lot of competition out there and seeing a lot of young guys getting some opportunities. Obviously, 81, John Vea had some opportunities out there that I think with experience he'll make good on those. And, you know, a lot of guys getting some good reps. I thought 36, Pollard really stood out today and made some good plays for us out there. And, you know, overall, it's good football weather out here. It kind of feels like fall, a little overcast, but guys are competing out there to make plays.
You know, one of the things I've noticed over the last couple of days and a little bit here also, you know, there was a lot of consternation about the backup quarterback, but Cooper Rush has really stepped up and elevated his play during this camp and even in this scrimmage.
Well, he's doing a great job. He's really getting his hands around the system. I think he really makes good decisions. He gets rid of the ball. I think he's maybe leading the whole pack in terms of how fast he's getting rid of the ball, making good decisions, and I think everybody's really getting comfortable, you know, with him. And then Mike's making a pitch. He's spinning the ball really well, and you know, it's just he's 1 year behind Cooper in terms of getting his hands around the system, but I know he's going to keep plugging away at it.
Didn't know Cooper could run the ball. He got down there in the goal line and ran a read option.
Well, he's a little sneaky like that. He's got a little more speed and quickness than you think, and if you give him some lanes out there, he's got a good instinct for moving around the pocket, and you know, if you let him, he'll also move around that pocket and make some plays down the field with the ball.
Defense has been awfully active. It looks like they're getting a really good rush on Dak Prescott and making it difficult and easier on your secondary to cover these wide receivers.
Well, it's always the chicken and the egg on the secondary and the defensive line. Everybody always says, well, that secondary gets a lot better when those quarterbacks got to throw it quicker, and vice versa. But obviously Xavier, I've seen him make a couple plays on the ball as well. But, you know, it's just a good, deep group of defensive linemen that we have in camp. I think we've improved basically every year since Rod's been here. And of course, we're doing a lot of good work out here without DeMarcus Lawrence and without Ty Crawford, who are two of our better players. So it's really great to see the guys active, moving around, and making plays out there.
You know, especially even today, a healthy Malik Collins really makes a difference at that three-technique defensive tackle.
Well, he's having a heck of a camp. It's not just today. He's been come to work every day in practice. Had some great days against Zack Martin, which is rare, and then followed him up with good days against Connor Williams and Suafilo, and you know, he's just he's playing some really good football, and I know he understands what a contract year means. And the good news is he's looks like he's stepped his game up, and we certainly want to benefit from that because you know, he's a really, really sound football player. He's setting a good example for Tristan, and Tristan's doing some good things out there as well. He's got a lot to learn under Rod, but I think he's going to make an impact for us right away.
Yeah, I think Rod nicknamed him the Caboose right away, and then somebody asked him, he moved up to the dining car, and somebody asked him today, is he still in the dining car? And he said he just got the menu, so he's got a ways to go. But yeah, he has shown up quite a bit. You mentioned Zack Martin. Can you give me an update on where his back is? He hadn't practiced the last couple of days, having a little back disc irritation.
Well, like a lot of guys out here, you want to be conservative with guys we know how to play the game, and some of our best football players out here, and certainly Amari's not out here as well with his heel, but Zach's got a little back issue he's battling there, but you know, we've got some really great doctors who are advising him there, and they feel like you know, if he'll do the proper rehab on that you know, hopefully this thing we'll see him really make some big improvement over the next couple of weeks. And obviously the most important thing is we get him ready for the Giants.
Yeah, and talking with you mentioned Amari Cooper with the heel. It looks like they just wanted to maybe give him some rest here, and there's your new
Cobb.
wide receiver, Randall Cobb, who, you know, he's a different dimension than Cole Beasley. He seems like he can get down the field, and they're taking some deep shots to him.
They do it differently. As you said, they're different players. Cole had some things he does better than Cobb, but Cobb certainly has some things that he's bringing to the table that he can probably stretch the field better than Cole did. So, and then on top of that, he's got that quarterback mentality. He's very quarterback friendly. All our coaches and scouts have noticed that. You know, he's a real leader in terms of the huddle, in terms of the receiver room. So he's been a great addition for us. No way anything against Cole. We think the world of Cole and wish him nothing but the best. But you know, one of the things that's real interesting is our top 4 receivers weren't on our team when we started the 2018 draft. And so 1 through 4 are kind of new to the scene over the last 15 months. But they're doing a great job adapting with Dak. Dak's really, I think, getting comfortable with them. They all have their roles, you know, from Amari to Gallup to Cobb to Tavon. They've all doing a great job, all working hard at it, and all bring something to the table.
Your impressions of what the running backs have done so far without Ezekiel Elliott here?
Well, I think they're all doing a great job. Obviously, you know, I mentioned early on that, you know, 36 Pollard's really stepping up and doing a great job. He brings so much to the table, whether it's special teams, but, you know, what we're seeing out here, what he brings, the dimension of catching the ball out of the backfield, and then, of course, just his running. A lot of people wanted to really, you know, put him in that nickelback type role, but I think he can take the carries as well. And then, of course, to get a veteran who we all know can play the game well, and Alfred Morris, you know, we're not going to overwork him. We know what he can do well, too. And then, you know, the young guys, D-Jack and Chun, are doing a good job as well. So it's a great group. Obviously, you know, when Zeke gets here, it'll be great to have him back as well.
You want to break any news on him or anything?
We got no news, unfortunately. Right now, I guess they don't want to talk just yet. So, but no, this is a business, and you know, we're talking about 3 of our not only best football players but best people, and we're gonna figure this out at some point, and we'll just keep grinding away.
Okay, Stephen, thanks very much for joining us here.